All right, we are live on Facebook. We are live on Twitter. And here we go. And that's pushed. Cool. Let's start.
The mail never stops.
Here comes the mailman.
Mail time.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. The mail's here. When you control the mail, you control information.
If there's something strange in your league, who you gonna call? Sleeper
You know, it's hard to get around these days. It's hard to get around. It's hard to move around. My sack is so full. The Sleeper Wire mail sack is on the air. And it's uncomfortable because it's been how many weeks now we've been doing this? 6 weeks? This is week 7 for us. And the sack just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and more questions come in and more difficult questions. That's why I got the guys, the pros from the Sleeper Wire shows, Dirty Jobs, Lucas, and George are joining us today to answer your questions. If you're listening on the Dash Radio, this is a replay. It's not a live show. I'm sorry, but if you need to reach us for a question, go ahead and do that. The email is sleeperwire@gmail.com, or you can go to sleeperwire.com, look for the free advice button, click that, and send us an email through our website. That goes for everybody. The phone lines are open, guys, if you want to call in and get your question answered immediately. The number to dial is 256-56-SLEEP, 256-567-5337, 256-56-SLEEP. Spell it out on your phone, you illiterate bastards. Just kidding. We love you guys. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube. We're all over the place. George, Lucas, Mike, ready, set.
Sleep. 256.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
That was me.
What is going on?
What are you doing?
Yeah, that was you.
I was going to say ready, set, go, and then I heard myself. But actually, we already have a call. So let's get this guy. This is This is Prince of Philly, from Philly. What's up?
Yeah. Yo.
What's up, guy? What's happening, man?
What's going on, Prince?
Not much, man. I'm in the slumps right now.
You have to say that one more time. You broke up a little bit there.
I said I'm 1-5, and I'm not really sure how. So I'm about to talk some trades with you guys. You let me know what you think.
All right, hit us up. What do you got?
Okay, look. It's a 2-quarterback league, and I got 3 quarterbacks. Which one should I get rid of? Andrew Luck, Big Ben, or Jared Goff?
I think for me, wow, that's a tough one. But it's probably I'm kind of leaning. I think I'm leaning Goff.
You get rid of Goff?
I think I'm leaning that I would get rid of Goff.
Yeah, I'm going to keep Goff. I'm leaning more towards Big Ben.
So Goff has had, obviously his worst week was last week. He had a 10-point game, and he's had one 43-point game and one 30-point game. But other than that, he scored between 10 and 22 points for 4 of his games. Luck, the last 3 weeks, scored 40, 28, and 28, and most of that has been without T.Y. He's going to be getting T.Y. back, and then Big Ben is getting ready to get Le'Veon Bell back, and he's only had 2 games in the teens, and everything else has been 25 or higher. So based on what I'm seeing, and then with Cooper Kupp also being out, I think for me, Goff is the one that I'm getting rid of. But I do like Goff. But the other 2 are just balling, and they're each getting weapons back.
Yeah, let me ask you. The guy that owns Drew Brees, he wants to trade me him. You think I should get rid of Goff and get Drew Brees?
I would do that.
Yeah, I would. I'm with Mike. I would do that in a heartbeat.
He's just straight up wants
Drew
Goff
Brees-
for Drew Brees.
No, he wants. I have to give him a running back. Like he probably wants Matt Beretta or something.
Why?
Yeah, I think Matt
Is
Beretta
this
and Goff
is this
for-
the same? Is this the same league? Because you have
Yeah.
3 quarterbacks. You're
Yeah, I
fine.
have
with
3
Big Ben.
quarterbacks.
No. What you need to do is right now. The reason you're losing is not because of the fact that you have the 3rd and the 5th and the 7th overall quarterback. You're losing because of other pieces, is my guess. So you don't need to be giving away one of your running backs to get a quarterback that has scored less so far. Granted, he's had a bye, but has scored less than the other 3. So I think that you need to ride it out with 2 of the 3 that you have and be trading away quarterbacks to try to get back better running backs or wide receivers or some of these other pieces. Your quarterbacks are fine. So you don't need to try to upgrade or do anything at quarterback. You need to be looking at your other pieces. Guys, is that not how we're seeing that?
I don't know.
You're right, but these guys sell high on names. You know what I mean? These guys in this league, they see Drew Brees and their eyes light up. So I was thinking I can get Drew Brees for like Christian McCaffrey or Drew Brees for like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Or you think I should do Jared Goff for Christian McCaffrey for 1-for-1? It's a quarterback league, by the way. They score the most points.
See, and that's why I'm like, I think I would like to hold on to 3 because you still got to navigate bye weeks with a couple of these guys. Actually, all 3 of them. So for me, I think I'm still holding on to him because waiver wire in a 2-quarterback league simply isn't viable for the quarterback stream. You can't just go hop out and just grab that guy. I'm good with going Goff straight up for Breeze if the guy will do that, but I think they're right. I think you need to maybe start getting different pieces, but I keep in mind of the bye weeks of the quarterback.
Yeah, like Lucas said, the issue with your team is definitely not the quarterback position. You're weak elsewhere. You've got 3 top 10 quarterbacks on your team. That's not where you need to be trading for another piece from. You don't need to add another quarterback or trade a piece and a quarterback for another quarterback. You need to trade a quarterback for some additional pieces.
So my running backs is Kareem Hunt, Mark Ingram, and Matt Beretta. What quarterback do you think I should trade to get a running back? So far, what's available to me is Joe Mixon, Christian McCaffrey, David Johnson. These guys reached out to me. They need a quarterback.
Those 3 are all good. McCaffrey's probably the one I would go with there.
Is it a PPR league? Because then McCaffrey's the one I would go with as well. And I think we found out part of the reason why you're 1-5. You've got Ingram who missed the first 4 weeks of the year, so that's obviously going to hurt your running back position.
Well, I just traded for him recently. I got rid of Odell Beckham and Leonard Fournette. The guy gave me Kareem Hunt and Mark Ingram. I did that last week.
Yeah, that was a good deal for you.
Yeah. So I just need to trade one of my quarterbacks and get one more stud running back, and I think I'm good to go.
Are there any
trade Jared Goff for Christian? I'm sorry.
I was going to ask if there's, because you still got to navigate your bye weeks, and right now Big Ben's on a bye week. So if you go out this week and you trade Goff, or really any of your quarterbacks, you're going to short yourself a quarterback this week, and then you're going to short yourself a quarterback, I believe, week 11 when Andrew Luck's on bye. So
that got Christian McCaffrey. He got Marcus Mariota, Eli Manning, and Joe Flacco on the bench. So I'm sure he'll give me one of the 3. I'll try to push for Joe Flacco, of course, but Jared Goff is a very big name in this league. They think Jared Goff is like a top 3 fantasy player.
Well, then that's really good. Then just get an extra one of those quarterbacks just as a bye week fill-in to play as the second quarterback for those weeks, and get someone like a McCaffrey. I think that will help your team dramatically.
Yeah. Yes, it will.
McCaffrey, okay. You guys think Allen Robinson is a good pickup? I traded Lindsey for him. Is that a good trade or no?
You're asking the wrong guy here. I'm not a Robinson believer, but I know a lot of people are.
I like Robinson, but I like Lindsey more, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm a Robinson owner in a couple different leagues, and he's just super frustrating.
I like his upside, though. I think he's going to start seeing an uptick in production. I think they're going to have to use him a lot more in that passing game.
I hope. What about the guy Ito Smith? You guys are big on him? You think he's a must start over like Royce Freeman, for example?
Yes.
Maybe not this week because they're playing Arizona. So there's probably enough work for both Royce and Lindsey to get involved. I actually think that Royce has a decent game, but going forward, I think Ito will be the guy over Royce in terms of fantasy production, just not this week.
Okay. Good advice. Any other questions? The Jags defense, are they still a must start every week, or should I start streaming?
What do you guys think here?
Every week.
Yeah, I'm still starting them every week as well. I mean, unless you could pick something better up off the waiver wire, which I highly doubt you will. I don't want to play. I don't want to play the matchups. I just want to do the Jags, set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. Okay, let me ask you: Alvin Kamara or Christian McCaffrey for the rest of the year?
This guy.
Kamara,
but very close.
Very close. Okay. I'm gonna start shopping around. Man, I appreciate you guys' advice. You guys are the men.
Absolutely. Check out
Appreciate
our
it, Prince.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe? You guys got to GoFundMe?
Yeah, we're doing this. This is all pro bono. We do this to help our buddy Rob with Lyme disease.
Oh man! All right, just tag me in the thread. I'll see what I can donate.
All right.
Appreciate it, bud.
All right,
Thank
Prince. I'll send you a little song. I'll send you the
all
thing.
right, guys.
On there. All right, buddy. Gosh. Doesn't
Appreciate
even know.
the advice.
All right, dude. All right. So, Prince of Philly listens all the time. Doesn't know about our cause.
all the time. He calls in every week.
He does. Yeah. So speaking of calling every week, do it with me, guys. It's Curtis.
Hey, it's day one.
What's up, guys? What's up, man?
Curtis, does anyone else in your life answer the phone that way?
Listen to me. You guys make my night every Wednesday and every Sunday. I look forward to calling you guys. I'm making a part of my ritual to make sure I call you guys. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn what's going on in my life. I gotta call you guys.
Hey, we appreciate that. We look forward to it too.
Yeah, we do. Thank you.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, guys. So this week I got some questions for you guys. All right, man, because the apocalypse is real out here, man. It's being real out here, man. So, I think I made some pretty smart moves. Because luckily no one had picked up Ito Smith, so I was able to snag him. I couldn't deal with Aaron Jones probably no more, so I dropped him for Ito Smith. But I'm looking for this week for my running backs. I got Sonny Michel, who's auto star. I'm putting my running back one. James Conner on bye, so I'm looking at between Marlon Mack, Ito Smith, or Kerryon Johnson for my running back two.
Okay. George, what do you think
full
here?
PPR, guys.
Oh, full PPR. Okay.
I'm going to go with Marlon Mack of the three. He's the starting running back for the Colts. Came in last week, almost had 100 all-purpose yards, rushed for 87, had one reception for 4 yards. I expect to see an increase in usage in the passing game going forward. I think he's going to catch more than one pass a game. Ito Smith, he's good. He's a good pickup. I'm not sure I would have dropped Aaron Jones for him personally, but he is behind Tevin Coleman. And then Johnson, as much as I like Johnson, and we all know he's the most talented running back on the Lions, he's still not getting goal line work, and he's not going to get a whole lot of passing work. So I'm going to go with Marlon Mack.
I think I have to lean Mack here also, but I have Kerryon very close to him.
Yeah.
I like Kerryon here, actually, myself. So that probably doesn't help you because you got one fading both ways and one on one and one on the other. But I feel like Kerryon Johnson's the guy over there. I think I really like their matchup against Miami this week. They give it up to the run. So I'm taking Kerryon Johnson myself.
All right, guys. That was up. All right. My right receiver 3 this week, since my boy AB on bye. I got Michael Thomas and Mike Evans, of course, and my wide receiver 3. I'm looking at between Allen Robinson I was lucky enough to pick up Marquise Goodwin. I don't know how nobody picked him up. So I put a $0 bid on him, and I was able to pick him up. So I got him as well. And I got Will Fuller, but I'm not starting him more until I see some production.
Ooh, this is. I think you got to go Marquise Goodwin because the Rams secondary has looked atrocious, and that Goodwin-Beathard connection. I didn't think I'd be saying this, but that Goodwin-Beathard connection, it was a real thing. What do you guys think?
I agree. Goodwin is the play.
Yeah, I like Goodwin a lot too.
All right. Sounds good. And the last part, not last part, two more parts. My flex this week, I can go carry on, Allen Robinson or Smith.
I think that's carry on. That's carry on for me.
Yep, me too. You got 3 votes for carry on.
All right. Then I guess I'm going to carry on in the flex. And my last part is like I know I hate Exodus, but like I'm looking at defense this week, man. I'm looking at either the Colts or the Eagles. Colts going against I'm going against Buffalo, backup quarterbacks. Eagles going against Carolina. Carolina been suspect lately. But it's up in the air. That's my key, guys.
I think that I would go with the Colts because they've benched Peterman, and Allen is still out. So we're looking at Anderson as starting for them, right?
Yeah.
So
Derek
for
Anderson.
me, I'm definitely going to start the Colts against the Bills. The Bills' defense has been on point, but that offense, they have nothing going for them right now.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I got
I would do the Colts as well. I agree.
Okay. Also, if I ain't want to ask you this, but lately, I had got a trade request. Somebody put a trade in. They're trying to trade me Corey Commit for my Will Fuller. Is that a trade I was going to push a step on?
I think that's probably okay. I personally believe that Kiki is going to eat in a ton to Will Fuller's production. And with Watson being injured right now, we're not really sure what the severity level of that is or if he's going to continue being productive or this is going to hold him back. And Clement really looked like the guy there. So to me, it's Clement wins that trade. Would you guys have a different take on that?
No, I was thinking Clement the whole way.
All right, good. We going for the step. Thank you, guys. I had to make sure I asked you guys first before because I was debating on it, but I said, let me ask you guys first since I got you on the phone.
Yeah, I think that's a good trade for you.
All right, then. Well, that's all my. I hate to ask. Oh my God, I hate to ask the question, but like, man, yo, what's going? I mean, I still got James Conner, man. I mean, I've been getting offers for him, but I don't want to trade him just on the off chance they're like shit. I mean, things swing James Conner way, and he still got a very decent role in this offense, man. I don't want. He been putting up monster stats.
Well, let me ask you one question, Curtis. How good is your team? What's your record right now?
My record right now is 5-1.
If your record is 5-1, right, and you don't think that your team is, if you don't need to get value out of him in a trade, and you can afford to hold him just on the off chance anything happens with Bell or this guy continues to get work, then just hold him. Just hold him, and let that be your handcuff because he's the most valuable handcuff in the league. Right? I mean, what other handcuff is more valuable? So hold him. You're 5-1.
I hear you, man. Hey, well, I talked to the right guys, man. I can go to bed at night feeling very confident.
All right, bud.
We appreciate you, Curtis.
That's what we do.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys even more, man. You guys are the best. number one podcast. I try to tell people about you guys, but I can't at the same time because too many people don't know about you. Then I lose my edge.
There you go.
Good luck, man.
All right, guys. Thank you, man.
All right. Take care, Curtis.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right,
Hey,
guys.
Curtis.
What's going on, Who's? What's going on?
What's going on, my guys? What's going on?
Who snuck on in?
He
Yeah,
did.
You know, I
He
had to
did.
sneak right in to catch Curtis, you know.
He heard Curtis is on, and he was like, "Ooh, okay, let's go."
You know what I mean?
Yeah, little
Looks
clown
like we
horn.
got another caller.
Nope.
Trade alert.
No.
Something.
That was just for you, buddy. That was just for you.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Appreciate you, bro.
there was you guys. I want to jump into this real quick because you guys are talking about Kiki Cutie and Fuller, and there was a question on our Facebook. The guy had to keep 2. He's looking to drop 1. So is Fuller, Kiki, and Aaron Jones.
He has to drop. Who's he picking up? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, but he was saying rest of season. Who would you keep out of those 3? 2 out of those 3.
Rest of the seasons, I'm going to keep Aaron Jones for sure based on the talent level. And if Ty Montgomery or Jamal Williams gets hurt, it solidifies his role. And I think he comes out ahead eventually anyway. I think Kiki ends up being a better wide receiver going forward than Will Fuller. He's much more talented than Will Fuller. So that's where I would go. But I think a lot of other people may disagree with me. What do you guys say here?
No, that's where I am. So no disagreements here.
Mike?
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I think Kiki Kuti is the guy that's going to be the guy over there, and he's going to be the wide receiver too.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
4 for 4.
Cool. All right. So I thought we'd do something a little different. I thought we'd start with the sack questions this week, and then we'll work our way back around to the email and the Facebook and the channel questions. How about that?
That works. Let me just get down here.
All right. And the
Okay, do
phone
we have any
line-
more calls, or are we good to go?
No, but I'll give out the phone line one more time, guys. If you want to call in and get your question answered immediately, 256-56-SLEEP, 256-567-5337.
All right. Hopping on into the sack with DMB22. He wants to know Kiki or Sammy Watkins in his flex this week. It's a PPR, guys. George?
I'm going to go Sammy Watkins.
I'm
Okay.
going Kiki.
All right. Who's? What are you feeling here, bud? You're the tiebreaker. Did we lose Who's here?
Sammy here. Sammy. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we have 2 for Sammy and 1 for Kiki. So it's pretty close to me, but I'll go with the guys and not make this difficult. Let's go ahead and go with Sammy Watkins. Next we have Destroy Tom Brady wants to know who to start. Says
Great
that
name.
we can choose more than one option. He has Kenyon Drake, Philip Lindsay, and Marlon Mack. This is a pretty good problem to have, and all these guys are fairly close to me. Mike, who do you like here?
No, it's got to be Philip Lindsay against that Arizona defense. I'm really high on him this week.
Yep. Same there. Lindsay.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll take Lindsay. It's close with Mac, but I'll go with the group. I'll go with Lindsay.
All right. UCMY Ice. I think that's how we're supposed to pronounce that. It says
It's you see my ice.
you see my eyes. Got it. Okay.
All right.
I
Still
see,
don't get it, but you know.
Like you see my bling, you see my eyes.
You
Okay.
see my eyes. Okay. All right.
Chris Godwin or Allen Robinson? What do we think this week, guys?
I'm gonna go with Chris Godwin.
The God wins.
He looked good last week, didn't he? 6 for
He did.
56 with a touchdown.
He's looked good almost every week.
Yep.
He almost looked as good as Allen Robinson, which is who I'm
Oh,
going with.
get out of here with
No,
that
yeah,
malarkey.
he's looked better than Allen Robinson.
Yeah,
Get that
get out of
malarkey.
here, Mike. Go sit in your corner, bud.
I'm over here on Garbage Island just shouting my player.
Hey, you hit with some of those, though.
Yeah,
You do sometimes. So I think you won last week. You called Clement on the Eckler, Clement, Smallwood thing that we had going on.
Right. Yeah, you
And
did.
if Melvin Gordon wouldn't have had all 3 freaking touchdowns, it would have been the Eckler show. But you won that one. Johnny B 6492 says Robbie Anderson or
I believe that's supposed to be Jermaine Kearse.
okay, all right, that's what I was thinking here. So for me personally, if it's a standard, I'm probably going Anderson. But if it's a PPR, I'm going Kearse. I think he caught 9 out of 10 targets last week. He's filling in that Anunwa role quite nice.
Yep,
Yeah.
and Anunwa's already been announced out.
Yep. And isn't correct me if I'm wrong, but is Robbie a little banged up right now, or
I think he's
one of his other mates?
Let me
missed,
check this.
I think he missed
real
practice
quick.
today.
There's
I don't
so
remember.
many of them that are banged up, so I'm like confused.
Yeah, so it says Robbie Anderson hamstring, did not practice Wednesday. Let's monitor that because Wednesday misses are, I mean, that's pretty commonplace for anyone who has a stub toe even. So next he has pick 2, half PPR, Corey Davis, Keelan Cole, Antonio Callaway. Who's?
Ooh, it's not a good. Who was the first guy again? Sorry,
Your boy, Corey Davis.
Oh man,
You were so high on him, bud.
I know. It's not his fault though. It's Mariota is just I don't know. Let's know what's going on over there.
That whole offense.
I'd probably still lean. I don't really like those options. I'd probably still go Corey Davis.
So it's 2 of these 3. So Corey Davis is one of them. You have Keelan Cole and Callaway for the other
Cole.
2.
Me, Cole.
So I think I'm actually Callaway's going to have to be one of them for me. They're going against the Tampa Bay defense, and he's going to learn to catch eventually. He's getting the targets. He had 10 targets last week and caught 2 of them.
He needs to get
So-
he needs to get those Stephon
good.
Diggs gloves. He needs to switch gloves, man.
I mean, Damian Ratley's out there getting 8 targets, and he's snatching 6 balls for 82 yards. And then let's not forget Rashard Higgins. He might come back and play this game. And Rashard Higgins looked pretty good with Mayfield. So I don't know. I'd leave some Callaway on the bench. He's got to prove it to me. He hasn't shown me one game. Well, he has against New Orleans this week 2. But other than that, I need more targets.
So I got a question real quick. Do you have a smoke detector that needs a battery replaced?
Yeah, I moved into this place, and it's something I have to deal with. It's like a loft ceiling, so it's very high. I can't just do it myself.
Okay.
Just throw a
Call
shoe at it.
maintenance and wait for it. It's annoying.
Just
Sorry.
throw a shoe at it, Hoos. Get a broom and knock it
I'm
off.
just wanting to make sure you're safe over there.
Yeah,
So-
they got to get that changed out.
I'm just going to throw this out here real quick. 7 for 186 and a touchdown. Do you guys know what that is?
Is that Callaway?
That was the last time Keelan Cole faced the Houston defense.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
That's pretty
So
nice.
I'm just throwing that out there. The last time he was up against them, he went ham bananas. So that's why on that one, I'm also going with Keelan Cole.
I just feel like that was a different Blake Bortles that was out there. We have one in the same skin, but different ends, different brain going right now. This guy is bad.
Hasn't
but
been bad long enough to where he's going to be good again, though, right? Like that's what Blake Bortles does best. Is he's bad for like 2-3 weeks,
It's
and then he
true,
goes out
though.
there and throws like 7 touchdowns.
It's so
Yeah,
true.
he tends to Bortles his way into a good game.
Yeah. And then we think he's relevant for like 2 weeks, and then he just bombs again for 3, and then does it again. So I feel like he'll actually. I mean, Houston's been getting pretty beat up through the air.
Okay. All right. So what is our consensus here, guys? I don't think we've had one yet.
I'm jumping on Keelan Cole and Antonio Callaway. I will not start Davis until I'll just never start Davis.
Same.
I'm
I'll
there
start
too.
Davis, but
Keelan Cole and Callaway this week.
I got a
Next
call.
we have.
I got a call.
Sure. Let's go.
We got a call. I don't know if we ever had a call from St. Louis before. But we got Graham from St. Louis.
Way.
Welcome to the Sleeper Wire Show, bud.
Yeah, man.
Nellyville.
Yeah, what's up, guys? What's going on? I have a question. I have Tyler Boyd in my flex, and I'm in a pretty competitive league. I'm 5-1 right now. I have Andy Dalton, Joe Mixon, Tevin Coleman, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Zach Ertz. Kind of made some moves to get some of those guys. And I picked up Boyd off the waivers. I have him, but I'm thinking about offering a trade for Mark Ingram for Tyler Boyd. You guys think that's a good idea? It's a half-point PPR.
Yeah, I'd rather have Ingram.
Yeah, same here. And I think the thing that I really like about this is it gets one of the Bengals off my team because, man, you've got a lot of Bengals.
Yeah, I'm super heavy. Yeah. Well, I also have Drew Brees. I picked up Andy Dalton off the waivers, and I've been playing him. And I'll probably play him for the next 2 weeks, actually, because I think he's got, Kansas City and Tampa Bay and then a bye week. So thinking about playing him for those 2 games. But I have Drew Brees as well.
Yeah, that's
you guys think that Boyd for Ingram move is good?
I think so. I love Tyler Boyd. I absolutely love Tyler Boyd, but I like Ingram a lot too. So.
Yeah. And I'm weak at running back. Like I have DeAndre Hopkins. I have Hopkins and AJ Green, and I have Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, make this trade.
Yeah, we know Cooper Kupp's out this week, but you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right here. Go grab Ingram.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for calling in, bud.
Thank you.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Thank you, Graham. And got a couple from the Mixler real quick that will drop in here. Let's see. This one was from 9 minutes ago. So, Jermaine Kearse or Smallwood for the flex. This is for Johnny B 6492.
Do we know if it's PPR?
Does not say.
I'm going to go Kearse here. I'm going to go Kearse. Enunwa's out. Robbie Anderson's a little banged up. Darnold obviously has transitioned straight from Enunwa to Kearse with the target share. The guy got 10 targets last week, and he caught 9 of them. So go Kearse.
Yep, give me Kearse.
Kearse.
All right. Mike?
Yeah, Kearse sounds good.
Okay, I figured you weren't going to go against. Wilson 27. Wilson 27. Drop Watson for Winston.
No, I don't think I would.
I would.
If it's in my listener league,
I wouldn't want to
please
drop
do that.
I wouldn't want to. No, so I'm going to say no. Try to do something else. And I'd still want Winston, though, but I wouldn't drop Watson for him.
All right. Carlos Pack 89. Kiki or Allen Robinson for the flex PPR league?
Give me Kiki.
I'll go Allen.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Allen.
Yeah, I think I'm going Allen Robinson here, too.
All right. For A-Rob. Mini Mall Impact. Which 2? Standard. Sony versus Chicago. Hyde versus Tampa Bay. Lindsey versus Arizona. Need 2.
He needs 2?
Yep.
Sony Lindsey.
Yep, Sony Lindsey.
Lindsey Hyde for me.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm recommending sitting Sony Michel, but I'm going to go with the matchups with Hyde and Lindsey.
I really don't think you can go wrong here, though. I really don't. All 3 of these are very playable to me.
I think playing anybody against that Chicago defense is that's risky, man.
Frank Gore ran for over 100 yards.
Frank
against
Gore
Chicago.
runs for 100 yards all the time, though.
Sony Michel is not Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's better right now.
72 years
He's
young.
better.
Isn't Khalil Mack a little banged up?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm actually gonna sit Lindsey against Arizona. I'm gonna go with Hyde and Sony. I'm gonna change it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to sit Lindsey ever.
That Arizona defense.
They make everyone look good.
Yeah.
But okay, so that's a good problem.
He's got. It's also because it's standard. Lindsey's great for PPR leagues, but with this being a standard.
True. Good point.
Okay.
I didn't think Lindsey had caught that many catches. He had that many catches on the season. Caught that many catches.
I mean, he doesn't have that many. He's used somewhat, but I mean, I guess every bit counts.
That's true.
Yardage,
He's had 14 receptions, so I mean, he's only getting 2 or 3 a game.
Yeah, it's not much.
But he is putting up like 6 yards a tote. So
yeah, he looks good. I wish they would just give him all the touches.
Yeah, me and you both. Steve, what else we got?
I got callers. I didn't have a chance to screen them, so we'll do it live. Damn it, we'll do it live.
Yeah,
do it live.
Caller, you're on the show. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Gabriel from Miami.
Hey, what's up, Gabriel?
What's going on?
Hey, so I have a wide receiver question. I have some pretty good wide receivers. I just don't know. I don't like Thursday Night Football, but right now I have Emmanuel Sanders in there. I have T.Y. Hilton in there, and I have Kenny Galladay in my flex. I have Sanu, Godwin, and Goodwin on the bench. You think I should replace any of those guys from the guys I have in my starting lineup?
I think I like exactly what you have. Galladay's been producing, and T.Y. and Sanders are just absolute ballers when they're out there.
Yeah, you've got a good problem to have. I like all your wide receivers. I would keep the 3 that you've got in there, though.
Zeus?
Yeah, cool. And then I have also I have Gurley as my RB1, and I have Kerryon Johnson as my RB2 right now. But I also have Chris Thompson on my bench.
So I like Chris Thompson slightly more than Kerryon when he's healthy, but
Right.
you're going to want to monitor how Chris Thompson's injury, his ribs and all that are holding up. So if there's any question going into this weekend, I think I would just go ahead and go with Kerryon and let CT recover for another week and see how that plays out.
Yep, I've got both of these guys on my benches, and not on my benches, on a lot of my teams, and I'm starting Kerryon until I see CT running full.
Yeah, I think that's a smart play here.
Yeah, okay, so I have Aaron. What do you guys think about Aaron Jones for the rest of the season? I have him on my bench, obviously, on bye, but what do you guys think?
I think hold him and see if Mike McCarthy starts giving him more touches, because you're going to have better options if he is in the single digits of touches.
Yeah.
Do you agree
that's
there?
where I'm at. Yeah. I just hold him for now. I wouldn't drop him or anything. He's definitely a stash. He can pop off at any point in the season if, it could just be a wait and see thing, like maybe they're just waiting for a certain part of the season to unleash him. So same thing with Kerryon.
George, are we there?
Yep, I'm in agreement.
Okay. Unless Mike's on his island by himself for recommending something else, that's what we do here.
No, I'm actually in agreement this time.
Oh, okay. This must be the right call.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, good luck, man.
Yep. Good luck.
Okay, now we have Tyler from Arizona joining us tonight. Found us on the Sleeper app. I got to click. Hello, Tyler from Arizona. You're on the show.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hopefully you could hear me okay. I'm a little sick, but quick question. So for lineup, I have between one of these guys for running back, I have Jordan Howard, Kerryon Johnson, and Kenya Drake. Oh, and Chris Thompson for between them for one this week.
And what was the format?
Standard.
Okay. Guys, what do we think here? Kerryon, Howard, CT, and Drake. This is pretty tough. I know Howard's in the doghouse.
Yeah, give me Drake and Kerryon.
I think it's
just as weird as that is. I think that's the two guys that I feel like are going to be the two productive guys out of that.
I think he just needs one, right? You said you just needed one,
just one.
Yeah, just one of these.
Kerryon.
George, where are you going here? This is
I'm gonna
a
go.
really tough question.
This is a really good question. I'm gonna go with Carry On because of the matchup.
Yep, Mike, are you on Drake here?
It's Carry On for me. I like Drake, but I'm not that high on Drake.
Yeah, if it was 2, I would have went with Howard. But
honestly, Howard is where I'm leaning, but Carry On would have been my second. So the consensus for us here is going to be Carry On with Howard being a fairly close second for me.
Lucas, let me give you a couple little stats about my mighty Miami Dolphin defense. They've allowed 80 carries for 368 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4.6 yards per carry the last 3 games, and 20 catches, 183 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Okay, so you guys are very, very friendly to the opposing running back.
extremely friendly to the opposing running back.
Come on down.
So it sounds like it's Carry On time, bud.
So yeah, that's what I was leaning towards too. Also, with T.Y. possibly coming back, he just practiced in full today. Would you, between him and Golden Tate, who would you go with?
If T.Y. plays, you play him.
Yep. Andrew Luck has been making Chester Rogers and Eric Ebron look like Antonio Brown and Gronk. So
Zach Pascal is a thing. Believe it or not, he was a thing.
Andrew Luck is. Is it safe to say Andrew Luck is back? He looks assertive and very confident with his throws. They are on point with good pace. He's putting them where his guys can catch him, and he's turning no names into almost relevant wide receivers. So
yeah, they need to learn how to catch. These irrelevant wide receivers need to learn to catch. T.Y. is gonna is gonna really help. Are we good, Tyler? Do we get it all?
Just one more.
All right, hit us.
The rest of them, who would you flex? Who would you flex between the last 4 of Howard, Tate, Drake, and Thompson?
Tate.
In a standard, for me, it's going to be Howard.
Howard.
Tate.
I would do Tate.
Yeah, I think Tate for me.
Honestly, he's already playing Galladay.
Oh,
I don't.
I mean, I that's not like one of the reasons that I'm fine with playing 2 players from the same team, but I just like Howard. This week more. I think he has a decent bounce back.
I agree. Against New England, I think Howard runs the ball pretty heavily.
It's getting colder.
All right, cool.
All right, bud. Good luck. Let us know how you do.
I hope you feel better.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Take care.
All right, Tyler, thank you for calling in. And we got the Daily Double. Guess who called back? It's Prince of Philly. He's back on the show.
Yeah.
Guess what? He's got another
I'm
question.
back. It's a quarterback question.
What is the Prince of Philly?
What's up, guys? So you guys said from Andrew Luck, Big Ben, Jared Goff, Andrew Luck is number 1, clearly?
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then number 2, you guys are debating whether it's Big Ben or Jared Goff, correct?
For me, it's Big Ben. With Le'Veon Bell coming back and having the emergence of Juju and AB and then 2 halfway usable tight ends, at least from just a regular NFL perspective, Big Ben has all the weapons in the world and he's playing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. And all right, out of them 3 quarterbacks, if I add Drew Brees, who's the best one? Drew Brees, Andrew Luck, Big Ben, or Goff?
Probably Luck, because Kamara, we're going to see games where Drew Brees disappears, just like last year. Kamara and Ingram, and then possibly them bringing in their backup QB in the red zone to run it in and vulture more TDs from Drew Brees. So go with Luck, who the entirety of that offense centers around him. Everything comes from his hand.
Oh, that's a good point. Oh, shit.
Prince, you gotta put some dollars in today, man. You gotta put some dollars in, man. We had you on show, brother.
Look, I'm next question.
What you got for us?
Last question. Mohamed Sanu or Allen Robinson? Start.
Mo Sanu.
Yeah, Sanu against the Giants.
I'm going to go A-Rob. So sorry to throw you off there.
A-Rob.
But sounds like consensus unless Mike has...
Mike's going to make it tough.
I said A-Rob as well.
Yeah.
It sounds like flip a coin there, bud. We think they're about the same.
Yeah.
Or go to our rankings
to our
website and let that be the tiebreaker for you.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem, man. We'll talk to you next week. Good luck, man.
All right.
Put some dollars in there for Rob, man. Put some dollars in there.
Yeah, I'm going to send him the link, guys. If we help you out at all on the Mail Sack or the Sunday Blitz or even on the weekly shows on the Monday show I guess it comes out Tuesday or the Friday show, and you like what we do, hey, we do all this to help our buddy Rob. He's got chronic Lyme disease. We're trying to raise money to help him get treatment. So anytime we help you out, man, it's really cool if you just go to the GoFundMe.com/RobJR. ROBJR. Just throw a couple bucks in there. It's easy to do. It helps us. It makes us realize that you love and appreciate what we do. We got a few more questions from the Mixer real quick. I just want to bang through. So Johnny B, the Curse versus Smallwood question was a half-point PPR. So I think that just increases your value on Curse. And we go Curse on that one. I think we were 4 for 4. Curtis says, I have Watson and Winston. Who do you like this week?
Winston. Bucks have thrown for 395 yards in every game except for one this year.
Give me a win. Give me a win that I can eat. Give me a W that I can eat. Give me a Winston.
We got a cheerleader hoose over here.
Taste the W.
I'm okay with Winston also.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah,
right.
That's a quadfecta.
Quadfecta. Mindless Monk, Ito Smith, Lamar Miller, or Sanu in the flex?
It's a standard, sounds like, maybe. Sounds like standard players.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Sanu.
Yeah, if Sanu's healthy, right? Then he goes.
Yeah, if not, then Ito.
I might lean Ito here either way.
Oh, half point. So it's half point PPR.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sanu.
Yeah, Sanu. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Sounds like Sanu's our guy.
And then he had a trade. Stop typing. Also, my trade just dumb. I don't know. Okay. Do you like this trade he did? He sold Djax for the Drake.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Drake out of that trade.
Yep, I like it.
All right, Wilson27 just popped in. Is Baldwin worth a pickup? If he's on your waiver wire, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
He shouldn't be there. They're starting to look good. It's the season where, it's that team starts to pass and throw up good, numbers, good fantasy numbers. Doug Baldwin's starting to look really good. If you can go get him in as many leagues as possible, go ahead and do that.
All right, we got another caller. We'll do it live, damn it. We'll do it live. Once again, I don't know who this is. I didn't have a chance to screen. So if the button works. Hey, caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is BJ. What's going on?
What's going on,
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not much. I called in the last couple weeks, and I lost both of those weeks, so I'm trying to get a little bit of advice here.
Okay.
Yeah, not looking good. I have a little streaming option because Big Ben is on a bye. I got Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, and surprisingly, Andy Dalton showed up on my waiver wire. You think I should give him Andy Dalton the shot over Jameis Winston and Joe Flacco?
We think roll with – I think everyone here wants you to roll with Winston against New York Giants this week. The Giants have been so bad, and the Buccaneers' offense is looking pretty good, so expect them to put up some points. What do you guys think?
Well, Jameis Winston plays Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah, he's got Cleveland this week.
Yeah, he's got Cleveland. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have thrown for 395 yards and 3 touchdowns in every game but one this year. I'm going to take those numbers. I'm going to go with them. Cleveland defense has allowed multiple touchdowns in 2 of the last 3 games against Derek Carr and Phillip Rivers. Go with Winston.
Yeah, I just can't trust in Flacco, even though I like the matchup. I can't advise starting Flacco over Winston. They're just going to throw the ball so many times. And he has probably some of the best, probably top 5 best receivers in the league on that team.
So with Flacco, he's producing fantasy relevant wide receivers, but his floor is 15 and his ceiling so far this season's been 25. So it's fairly consistent for the 15 to 25, but if you want upside, Winston's going to be your guy for sure.
Yeah, I need it. If you wanted to rank them, would you go Winston, Dalton, Flacco?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That's probably how you go?
Absolutely.
Okay. One more thing. My RB2 situation. I got Ito Smith, Adrian Peterson, and what's the other guy? He's so in and out, I forget his name. Isaiah Crowell.
Okay.
That's for my RB2 selection for this week. It's a standard league.
I just ran into Crowell in the elevator.
Did you really?
Yeah. I'm going to say start him just because I ran into him.
Did you ask him how his foot's looking?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I just was going downstairs to grab some pizza, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Isaiah Crowell's here." I said it to myself, and then I thought to myself, if I see him again, I'll definitely get him on the show.
Wait, was he delivering? He wasn't delivering your pizza, was he?
Did you really run it to him?
He wasn't delivering the pizza. There was this lovely Spanish guy that was delivering the pizza, and as I was coming in downstairs, he was coming downstairs, I was going upstairs. So he was with 2 chicas,
Well, I'm not going to say Crowell because they're playing the Vikings. The Vikings have only allowed 1 running back more than 60 rushing yards on the season, and that was Todd Gurley. Well, I'm leaning Ito Smith, to be honest. He's scored in 3 straight games. He's a full running back by committee, but I expect him to get at least he's going to get anywhere between 10 to 15 carries or touches of the ball. I'm going to lean with Ito Smith.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ito.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay, well, I think that's all I got for today, man. If I think of something else, I'll give you a call back. I know y'all probably not gonna stop till probably 10 or something.
Yeah, we're going.
We're trying.
All right, guys. Either see y'all, talk to y'all tonight or next week. All right.
All right, appreciate it.
Good luck, bud.
All right.
Well, we did have another call here, but looks like they dropped off. Actually, they're calling back, and I get to use this.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Right,
there we go.
I finally found the clip. I wanted to use it. So,
How's it going?
Caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm Gilbert from California. How's it going, fellas?
Hey, what's going on, Gilbert?
Can you speak up a little bit, Gilbert?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm on the Bluetooth. Sorry about that. So I have a question with quarterback, Winston or Luck?
Ooh.
I can't sit Andrew Luck.
Nope.
Yeah, gotta go Luck here, bud.
Yep, I'm starting Luck.
I have Luck on my roster. Winston just popped up on the wire.
Yeah, we absolutely love Andrew Luck, and he has his favorite target back now, so.
I still want Winston on my team, though, but I'm not starting him over Luck.
Yeah. I think I'll pick him up in the stashing room with Luck. Thanks for the advice, guys.
Yep, good luck, bud.
All right, keep the show up.
Yep, good luck.
Okay. Now, I've got a few more Mixlers that just came in. Just one, rather. Ricardo Banks. This guy listens every week. Thank you for tuning in again. Rivers, Winston, or Dalton this week. And next week for Rivers bye. I feel like Rivers bye is week 9. I don't know if it's week 8. I think it's week 9.
No, it's week 8.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, as a Melvin Gordon owner, I'm well aware that I'm probably not going to have him next week.
Oh, yeah, it is week 8. So, Rivers, Winston, or Dalton this week?
For me, it's Winston.
Winston, eat that W.
It's a Winston.
And I'm going to go Winston next week as well. And I'm probably going to take Winston 3 weeks from now. And I'm probably going to take Winston 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, I mean, I've got him top 6 rest of the season.
Yeah, Ricardo, look at the Bucs' schedule going forward.
Yeah.
That's why you're going to play Winston every week. They got no defense at all. Their defense is absolute straight garbage, and they're going to be throwing the ball all day long.
Yeah, they did just let go of their coordinator, but that's not going to amount to anything, I don't think.
No. You can let go of the coordinator,
but
yeah, you can let go of the coordinator, but that doesn't change the players on the field.
Yep.
All right, what do we got next, Steve?
That's it for the. Oh, it's not Winston 27. Would you rather have Goodwin or Baldwin?
I'd rather have Baldwin.
Yeah, I'd rather have Baldwin.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're looking to pick up one to play right now, though, I think Goodwin.
Yeah, I mean, Baldwin's on a bye, so,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, unless Goodwin goes out and puts up a Amari Cooper-like week, he'll outscore Baldwin this week.
Yeah, it's almost foregone.
All right, that is it from me. We can get back to the sack. I have no idea where you guys left off.
I have it right here. So we are looking Smallwood, Crowell, or Shepard. Half-point PPR flex spot. So we need one. Smallwood, Crowell, or Shepard. George, lead us off here.
Shepard.
I like it. Who's?
Shep.
Call you fireman. Mike?
Shepard for me as well.
All right, we like Shepard. Let's see. Red Zone Reindeer. At Sleeper Wire Steve, he wants to know specifically from you.
Okay.
Best PPR flex. Albert Wilson,
Nope.
Gabriel, Curse, or Barber. Needs one.
I'll do Gabriel this week.
That's okay. That's a hot take. Hot
Is it?
take.
Is it?
I like it, though.
Is it? He's been hot.
Is it? I mean, with those options,
Yeah.
they're all kind of the same.
I got sound effects today. No, he's been hot for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. And we talked about him on the Monday show or the Tuesday show.
Yeah,
whenever it comes out.
Yeah, the last two, it was Monday. The last 2 games he's played, he's gone over 100 yards.
It's a hot take. It's a hot take. You got the beepers going off in the back.
Yeah.
That's real hot.
No, I like that too. I was going to say, who was I going to say? I was going to say Albert Wilson, but just because the way Osweiler used him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Steve here.
Okay, I think I would have gone Curse in a PPR because that seems like a double digit, like a 10. That's about a 10-point floor, isn't it? The guy's gonna get 6 or 7 catches.
Yeah, at least. I just think yeah, I just like him a little bit more. I think he has a better game. He's been looking really good. He's looking like the best receiver there.
All right, that's fair.
It's fire.
Next we have Goodwrench 12 just traded his Gronk and Jordan Howard. Here, okay, he just traded his Gronk and Jordan Howard for the other guys, Michelle and Njoku, who won this rest of season.
So you traded Gronk and I'm sorry, who else?
Jordan Howard.
Yeah, he gave up too much.
You upgraded a little at running back and took a fairly big downgrade, even though I do like Njoku. So if you needed help at running back, I guess that's decent, but gave up a lot here.
I like Njoku, but I don't like him anywhere near as much as Gronk. Like Gronk.
I actually got a similar trade I was asking you guys before the show, but instead of Sony, it was White in the PPR. So it was my Gronk and Smallwood for White and Njoku. And I was mulling it pretty hard, but at the end of the day, Gronk's got to – you just think these 2-3 touchdown games are waiting to happen. He's still, top 7 without a touchdown? The touchdowns are going to come. He's not going to just not get touchdowns.
All right. Next here we have SM Kizzle. He wants to know where Bell going.
Bell go to the end zone.
He's going to report to Cam eventually, probably after or close to the trade deadline, so he doesn't get traded. But other than that, he's going to go, and he's going to be a top 10 back for you. Top 5 possibly. They're still going to use Connor maybe, but I don't know. People have been saying this, but then again, it's not like Tomlin ever uses 2 backs. So I don't know. I think they're just going to run into the ground and keep their guy James Conner for the future fresh.
Yeah, so we think Bell is going to be a stud.
I don't.
He's the man. He's going to show up Monday, is what the reports are saying. That's pretty much what we know right now.
Yeah, it looks like most of those reports are actually somewhat false. It sounds like there was a slip-up somewhere out there. It doesn't look like he's going to report before the bye week. So now we're at the point where we're hoping he reports during the bye week. I believe he has till tomorrow afternoon before they schedule out for the bye.
I think I believe at least the theory is now just kind of making sure he doesn't get traded. So
yeah,
he wants to show up, get his money, and not get traded.
I don't think he's going to report until after the 20th, to be honest. They can't trade him after the 20th, so I don't think he's going to sign and show up till after the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on here. Johnny B, 6492, says Jermaine Kearse or Robbie Anderson. I think we had something similar to this earlier where we said Kearse in a PPR and Robbie in a standard.
Correct.
Yep.
All right. DMB 22, wide receiver to start in his flex. Has a PPR going on. We can choose more than one. He says Kiki, Sammy, Chris Goodwin. This is tough. I like this one. Mike, what do you think here?
Give me Kuti and Goodwin.
I think he meant I think he means Chris Godwin. Goodwin is Marquise Goodwin in San Francisco.
Either way, my answer was the same. I actually meant to say Godwin on my answer.
Yeah.
Hoos, what do you think here, bud?
He needs 2 or 1.
He says 1, but he can pick more than 2. So I don't really know what that means.
Question. So if I'm picking 1, to me it's Kiki Kuti.
I think I'd rather have Godwin. I'd rather start Godwin.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Godwin on this one.
Yeah, Godwin for me too. He's hit the end zone all but 1 game so far. Next we have...
Yeah, his red zone targets are... I think he has like 8 red zone targets on the season or something, and no one else has more than 2. So they're looking at him always.
All right. Good boy Kane. Why is Jordan Howard not being used to his full potential? How about them Bears? Well, I mean, I think you answered it yourself. How about them Bears? We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're not using Jordan Howard out there. I sure wish they would, though.
I think he hit on the coach's daughter. That's what I heard. That's all BS, obviously, but we really don't know. Everyone's guess is about the same. They should be using Jordan Howard more, but they're not.
I think it's because Matt Nagy knows the same thing the rest of us knows, that the Bears look and play more explosive with Tariq Cohen than Jordan Howard.
Okay, I guess I can get behind that. Anyone have anything else?
No, I don't agree with that. I feel like Jordan Howard is the better of the 2 backs. I like
he's going to get his bird.
I feel like he's going to get more involved. I feel like Howard, he's just too dominant. I think they're just saving him for the cold, and once the cold season hits, we're going to see a hefty dose of him. Same guy to me as Alex Collins. I feel like Alex Collins and Jordan Howard, those are guys that I'm actually out there trying to get.
Okay,
I feel like we've been saying this every week. almost.
Me too, and it's starting to get scary. But I feel like we've got to hit eventually, right?
No, yeah, that's why. Yeah, I'm still not wavering. I'm still there.
Waiting for the cold and flu season. You heard it here first. Jordan Howard and Collins. They are the flu season guys. Microdose wants to know, is it a good time to trade Connor, and for who? We've talked about this a little bit. The good time to trade Connor was when you could get RB1 value.
Yeah.
Right now it's kind of the whole time, and maybe trade him to the Lev Bell owner. That's about all you're going to get right now.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe see what happens with the developing next week, because like I said, it doesn't appear that he's going to report this week. I feel like the 22nd, 10/22 seems to be the day that I have outlined for the day that I think he will return, or at least so he can get that free, easy paycheck on the bye week. So if he doesn't do that on the 22nd, I feel like you might be able to start getting some really decent value for Connor.
All right, The Rock.
You smell what The Rock is cooking.
Well, I had to play the man's music.
Absolutely. Absolutely you do.
It's only right.
Hey, and he wants to know, pick one running back and a flex.
No, Lucas, read
and
it. Read it like The Rock.
Like what he's cooking? Pick one. We need a running back and one flex in a PPR. Got Crowell, Ito Smith, Snead, and Chester Rogers. So we need two of these guys. Mike, what do you think here?
Give me Smith and Rogers. That's my best rock.
Smith and Chester Rogers.
So
okay.
You keep that candy ass Crowell on your bench.
Give me Smith and Rogers. I'll take it.
All right.
Sneed's a fan of the strudel, and we don't want nobody who doesn't like no pie. So I'm going to go with Ito Smith and Chester Rogers. If you smell what the
Make
Rock
sure you wash it down with some jugs of milk.
There we go. That was good, George. You won that one, George. You got the closest.
I'm probably maybe the second biggest WWE homer here.
Oh yeah, we got a few in the crew.
Yeah, I know.
I watched WWE a few times. When I was in 1985.
Right.
So I think for me it's Ito Smith and Snead. Snead in a PPR has put up double-digit points every single week but one. And they're going against New Orleans, who is letting up a ton. I think this is going to be a shootout. So I think Snead's a pretty sneaky play here in a PPR.
I like it.
It's a revenge game.
Oh, looky there.
Oh,
I don't really believe in all the revenge game BS.
Yeah, I don't think the coaches care about it enough.
Ask Marshawn Lynch how that revenge game went last week.
Yeah, well, they don't always plan well.
So Cope wants to know Hyde and Boyd or Coleman and Baldwin rest of season. Hyde and Boyd for me.
Hyde and Boyd for me as well.
Bruce?
Yeah,
Coleman, Baldwin.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Coleman and Baldwin as well. I like Baldwin better than Boyd, and with no Freeman there, I like Coleman over Hyde because Hyde's still going to share with Chubb and Duke Johnson.
Yeah. Coleman's splitting touches with Ito now.
Yeah, he's only splitting with one person.
Backfield, though.
Yeah, but Hyde's still dominating his though. It's not a split between the others. He gets, he's getting the bulk as to where Coleman's is an actual split. I don't think
Coleman's also on a high scoring offense.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, if Hugh ever does tell the truth, they're saying every week they want to use them more. They're going to give. We haven't seen it yet, but it could happen. I mean, so yeah, I like the Coleman. Yeah, just the whole fact that he's on the better offense. Give me that side.
Okay, all right. So we're split down the middle here. I absolutely love Tyler Boyd. It wouldn't surprise me if he finishes with more points than AJ Green at the end of the season, or at least damn close.
Oh, wow.
So he's ahead right now, isn't he?
Is he?
I'll look it up.
I think he might.
That's a strange stat for the day, if so. But I know he has been good. They pretty much had two borderline, wide receiver ones on that team. I really love Tyler Boyd. I just think that Doug Baldwin's getting the groove, and give me Tevin Coleman and that high, scoring offense that they're going to be putting up points every week. He wasn't hardly used last week, and he still got to double-digit points. You want to see more production. Yeah, he hasn't been that great, but they don't have that many backs, other than what they're going to bring out. What do they have, Brian? Is it Brian Hill? I think they just added or something, or
yeah, Brian Hill. They just pulled off the practice squad, which, by the way, was
I like Brian Hill though. I like Brian Hill
of the Wyoming Cowboys. I watched this guy for 4 years, also. He's a stud.
I like him though. I do like Brian Hill. I tweeted about him earlier today.
All right.
So just for the record, AJ Green in a half-point PPR, 93.9 points on the year. Tyler Boyd at a robust 88.5.
So it's close, yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a 9.5 point difference.
Yeah.
Or 8.5 point difference. So they're very, very close.
All right. That's pretty good stat to know there for sure. In a PPR, it's even closer. It's 110 for AJ and 107 for Tyler Boyd. And they have 52 targets and 55 targets. AJ getting the 3 more there. So it's very, very close between them. Next up, we have Farmhole says he's getting offered AJ Green and Barber for his Diggs and Chris Carson in a PPR. Should he take this?
I would.
George?
Yeah, I would.
Yep.
Oh, for his Chris. Oh, man. He's getting AJ Green. I don't think I would do this. I think I'd rather have Carson and Diggs.
It's 3-headed backfield. Once Penny gets back there, it looks like they're starting to use him more. He looks good.
Penny's garbage.
I don't know. I'm not willing to say he's garbage. I just think that they're going to use him. They're not going to. He's just going to be a muddy situation. I'd rather have the other side here.
Okay, the butt fumbler says, "Would you drop Goodwin for Josh Gordon?"
I refuse to answer this question. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
George wants to say
flipping
yes.
over tables.
George says yes. He would rather have Josh Gordon here.
I can't believe Josh Gordon is on your waiver wire, and I do wonder if this is actually Sanchez himself, the butt fumbler.
All right. So next we have the Dukester. Says, should I trade Josh Gordon for Tevin Coleman? I think yes. I think yes, you do.
Make this trade.
George, do you agree?
I don't hate it. I think it depends on the makeup of your team. If you need a running back, you absolutely do it.
I don't know.
I
think I'd rather have Gordon.
Field right now. I think I'd rather have Gordon because I guarantee he's going to play. Tevin Coleman, I don't think we can guarantee that.
Right.
Like Coos is saying. I mean, they're putting in pieces back there to make up for the loss of Devonta Freeman, and that's going to eat up spots in that backfield. I just don't think Tevin Coleman's a 3-down back. He just never has been. Well,
I see it 2 different ways. One, Tevin Coleman, he's playing for a contract, so he's got incentive to do good. He's 100% all in on next season, so he wants to go out and he's going to do his best to try to earn that big payday. If you are a depth chart believer or a depth chart watcher, Patriots moved Josh Gordon to the top of their depth chart. So he's literally the wide receiver 1 in New England, which we all assumed that would be the role he'd take.
Right.
It's a fair trade. I'm just looking at the makeup of my team. If I need a running back, I'll do it. If I don't need a running back, I'm gonna hang on to Gordon.
I just try to get more. I try to get better.
I just don't know that you're going to get better right now for Josh
Coleman. I'm not a big believer in Coleman right now.
Right now is the time you would be the biggest believer. Devonta
No,
Freeman just got put on
nothing's
IR.
changed. Nothing's changed for him. Kevin Coleman's been there, and Freeman hasn't been playing. So it's not like anything has changed. He's been in the same role, and he's looked
that
mediocre.
he's going to be the starting running back for a high-powered offense for the.
Are we? Are we? It could be Ito. Ito got 11 carries. He had 10
for 22 yards. I mean, the guy's averaging.
And what did he have? 20 or 21? He's been mediocre.
I don't think Ito's had more. I don't think Ito's had more than 30 rushing yards in any game yet. His averaging probably less than three an attempt.
Man, Brian Hill is in the wings. Brian Hill is in the wings, man. If either of these guys squander, which it looks like both of them are just being mediocre in this offense, which there should be a Devonta Freeman type of player in this offense. It could be very much Brian Hill. We don't know.
A little bit to Hoose's point. Tevin Coleman since week 3, 15 for 33, 14 for 51, 7 for 15, 10 for 35. So let's not act like Tevin Coleman is blowing the doors off here with his performance. He's not.
I just think that with the Freeman injury, everyone's amplifying Coleman, and it's like he's been the guy. It's not like he hasn't been the guy. He has been the guy, and now he's sharing. And now they got, as much as we want to laugh about it, they got the Wyoming guy back there in the wings, like he is, and I think that they might want to give Ito a little bit more run. I mean, they'd have nothing to invest in Coleman. I don't think they're bringing him back. So right now they just see what their rookie has. As long as he doesn't fumble the ball. I mean, he broke their rookie touchdown record with 3 touchdowns in a row. Why not just give him all the work? It's possible. And they just use Coleman in passing down jobs, and they haven't even been giving Coleman that much passing down work. So that's where you would want to see more value from Coleman, and we just haven't seen that this season. Brian's passing the ball to all of his receivers, and the running backs just don't seem like they're getting the targets. So I'm not very high on him. I think Josh Gordon is ascending, right now, and you got to get more for him. Even if you got to wait and get more for him, I'd wait till you get to have that big game and then really go after who you want.
That's a fair point. His stock value could go up, but as of right now, you're not going to get any. I don't think you're going to get any. I mean, what's someone really going to trade you for Josh Gordon right now?
Yeah, I mean, his numbers haven't. He hasn't, other than the snaps and all that stuff, all the fancy numbers, that we like to look at. That's what you have to sell to the owner. Because all that stuff is correct. All that stuff is true. And like what George just said, they moved him to the top of the depth chart. They're not really using Hogan as much. They're not using for Gronk as much. Edelman, yeah, he's there. But I mean, if they get this thing clicking by the play, in a couple weeks, from now, you got Tom Brady out there, I don't buy much into it. He's out there tweeting about the guy. I don't know. There's
that's fair. That's fair. So we'll agree with a hold, but
yeah.
So that's just what we're gonna say. We're gonna say hold Josh Gordon for now, and go from there. Yeah. Next up, we have Aguilari Holes. He wants to know who wins, Juju or Kamara. Is this even is this a real question? Juju or Kamara?
Next question, please.
Yeah, next question.
Yeah, you got to know. You got to know.
You got to know. Sorry.
J Problem says, what's a good wide receiver trade target that might be underperforming right now and can get for cheap? Let's just look at
Gronk.
Wide receivers.
Oh, wide receivers?
Yeah, find him a wide receiver that's underperforming right now that maybe he can get his hands on.
Amari Cooper.
Keenan Allen comes to mind right out there.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. Keenan Allen would be my trade target. Landry as well.
Landry. He's not like a top end, but I think he's still he's not gonna be as bad as he's been lately.
You could maybe get Brandon Cooks. He's had a couple of bad weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with Cooper Kupp going down, though, I think
you may be able to get Kupp. Somebody
maybe if someone's desperate.
Yeah. Somebody needs that one.
All right. Next, we have Dr. Deep Sleeper. Hey, that's not a bad name. Serious question. With Rodgers on bye, his options are Mariota, Osweiler. I thought he said serious question. In a 1 QB Superflex league, start Osweiler or Mariota or take a shot with a high. Oh, he's saying he has to start both of these, Osweiler and Mariota, or take a shot on a high upside wide receiver and running back. What do you guys think?
Depends the running back or wide receiver.
He doesn't list those, so I'm going to say roll out your 2 quarterbacks.
If it's a high end one, I'm rolling out the high. But he says high upside, so I guess that's not the same. So yeah, give me the 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah, just they're touching the ball every single play. So give me the quarterbacks.
I thought Mike was dirty. Ugh.
I think I start Derek Anderson though over Mariota this week.
Oh man, that's rough.
Oh man, I know.
That's rough.
I know. But I don't like Mariota this year. He's just, I don't know.
All right, let's hit the next one
I had
here.
a moment where I liked him, but I have not returned to said moment.
Yeah, I never came upon that moment, and I'm pretty happy about it. Microdose says, could Tariq Cohen be a top 10 running back rest of season? Is this possible? Yes.
Anything's possible.
Do we
Is
think
it
this
likely?
is going to happen?
No.
Anything's possible. KG voice. But no.
All right, we think no. Mike, you say no too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, back to your food. Coco Pack says, are Demaryius Thomas and Crabtree back in our circle of trust? Not quite. What do you guys think?
Crabtree's almost there. Demaryius Thomas is not quite.
Let me just flip over here real quick. Let's go over to Baltimore wide receiver core, see what's going on. So I mean, a little bit with Crabtree. He's getting some targets. The last 6 weeks, he's gone 10, 10, 8, 12, 9 in targets.
Yeah,
so,
he's knocking on the door. He's almost there.
He's close.
I'm doing the 2 eyes, with the 2 fingers pointing to my eyes, and they're pointing to you. So I'm watching them, but yeah, I think he's getting inching closer inside the circle of trust.
Demaryius is still a little further away from me.
And we talked about Crabtree on our show. Look at the end of the season schedule for him. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Cincinnati at week 11, Oakland, Atlanta, Kansas City, Tampa, the Chargers, and then if you play week 17, find a new league, but they're playing the Browns.
All right.
Yeah, with Sanders' production, it's just Demaryius Thomas just hasn't gotten there for me. Crabtree, yeah, he's getting the targets. I think he'll start being able to utilize those targets as well. I've always liked Crabtree a lot.
All right. Farmhole says, who's the running back to own in Oakland if Lynch winds up injured for a period of time?
Jalen Richard.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Richard.
Greenman 22 says, what do you do with Demaryius Thomas, David Johnson, and Chris Thompson? I mean, you hold David Johnson and Chris Thompson for sure. Maybe go ahead.
I would say I don't mind packaging DT and CT for something.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that move a lot, actually.
Yeah, you should be able to get something good for those guys.
All right. Sleazy CZ says, would you rather have Antonio Brown and Jordan Reed or Mike Evans and Ertz? I hold the AB side in this possible trade. I think I'd rather have Mike Evans and Ertz.
Give me AB. I don't really care for Jordan Reed that much. I feel like you can even maybe shop something off the waivers better than him. But I'm really not that high on Mike Evans. I like Zach Ertz a lot, but not as much as I like Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I think it's close to a wash because of the points that Ertz is getting every week. But I mean, if AB, no, I mean, I don't know. You got to get something better. I'd rather have the AB side though.
Yeah, I'm with the Ertz side for sure.
Yeah.
Position scarcity at tight end. If I can get one of the top 3 tight ends in the league, and have to give up AB, but I get somebody like Mike Evans who, to be honest, isn't doing great, but it's not like AB has been the AB that we've seen from yesteryear. He's getting a lot of his production eaten up by Juju this year, so I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, like I said, it's close to a wash. I think I'd still prefer the AB side though. But if you can get something better than Reed, then I definitely try to.
All right. Next we have Uncle Stinky. Hey, Sleeper Wire, if you guys liked my Superchargers fight song, check out the Rams fight song, Ram It.
Done. Let's listen.
Not sure what we're talking about here, but
Oh, this is bad. This is really bad.
Hey, Steve, are we sure Uncle Stinky is not Jason?
Might be.
Because Jason has given us some really bad songs to listen to.
And I don't think
this is an old song.
Sorry.
It's really bad. No, the Superchargers fight song was good. This is worse than that Bears shuffle. Ugh.
I think Jeff Fisher had something to do with that Rams fight song.
That's bad. All right, move on. Uncle Stinky, get out of here.
In the trash, you.
So in the bag says flex start, half point PPR, Jarvis, Jordan Howard, Carry-On, Kittle, Matt, Gore, Eckler, half point non-keeper. Okay, so let's just finish what we've got here. I'm going Jarvis, but Carry-On's real close for me.
Yeah, agree.
George?
Same here.
Mike?
Oh,
okay.
I was going to say, same here. I really like Jarvis. Carry-On's just a hair behind.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go with that. It's real close. Flip a coin between Jarvis and Carry-On.
All right. Next, we have half point non-keeper. What do I do with Jordan Howard? He has Gordon and Mixon, so he doesn't need to start him. Do I hold or unload? I mean, if you can get some decent value for him, go ahead and do it. But I think Jordan Howard will come back around here. I know it's frustrating. Guys, what do you think here?
I packaged in my money league. I packaged Jordan Howard and Chris Thompson. In return, I got T.Y. Hilton and Le'Veon Bell.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so if you can package Howard with something and get a nice upgrade return, that's the route I would look to do. Find somebody who's weak at running back, offer them Gore and Howard for whoever their RB1 is.
There you go. I like it.
Love it.
All right. Next here we have Nacho Taco. It says Burton at home versus the Patriots or O.J. Howard at home versus the Browns. Hoos, you want to lead us off?
Don't like it, but Burton.
I'm going to go O.J. Howard. Yeah, Mike, I'm with you, bud.
Yep.
George?
I'm going to go Howard.
All right. 3 for 1 here, baby. O.J. Howard versus the Browns.
OBJ on a garbage island right now.
You know, you are over there on garbage island with the Bears. OBJ 15. Colts or Chargers defense? Ooh,
Colts.
I like the Colts against the Bills also. Mike?
Yeah, Colts for me.
George, are we bringing it home?
Lucky horseshoes.
Hey, all right. Stay Frosty 88. Marlon Mack or Clement? Rest of season. Half point PPR.
Clement.
Give me
It's Clement here too. I like Clement.
I think Marlon Mack for me. George?
I'm going Marlon Mack.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not gonna lie. He did look good this last Sunday, but I just think Clement's on a better team.
I don't even know if he's on a better team. But he's on a better total team. I don't know if he's on a better offense. We still haven't seen what they're going to do with Sproles when he comes back. You have to figure he's going to get some play. Smallwood, he had the fumble last week, but I don't think he's going anywhere. So there's still not a whole lot of clarity there. We know what you're getting in Indianapolis. Marlon Mack is the starting running back. Naheem Hines is going to be the pass catching back, and that's how their roles are going to be.
Yeah, I'm not high on Mac, but I can see the upside.
Yeah.
All right. Gabe 1911 said start Sanders over Goodwin.
Wait.
Hold the phone.
Hey.
Nah, actually,
What
we got to pick it up because this one's very special. You guys all, I constantly interrupt with the Mixler questions, and a lot of times it's Ricardo Banks. Well, guess who's on the line? It's Ricardo. He actually called into the show. Ricardo, thank you for joining us tonight.
With a face, with a name, with a voice.
What's going on, Ricardo?
What's going on, man? Would have called earlier, but I just got off, a double shift right now,
Oh, damn.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you calling, and we know you beat.
Yeah. So one of my leagues right now, I'm looking pretty bad. It's my worst league right now. I'm looking at a 3-3 right now. Right now it's pretty bad right now. I'm dealing with a bad situation. I got Sony Michel, Jordan Howard, Diggs, Landry, Rudolph, Le'Veon, Buck Allen, Royce Freeman, Deion Lewis, Cooper Kupp, and Mike Williams and Willie Snead. I'm looking to do something with these guys because I don't know what to do right now with these guys. I'm looking to trade somebody. They look for upside. I don't know who exactly. Every time I look for a trade offer, these guys keep backing out of it because I'm a two-time champion right now. So these guys don't want to do trades with me right now. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna find that you're gonna have leagues that if you're winning, people don't want to do trades with you. They don't want to help your team in any way. Even if it helps their team, you're gonna find that they just want a new league champion. So you're gonna have to do your own thing on the waiver wire and free agency and make the best of what you're working with.
Okay. So, question: what can I get? What do you guys think is a good offer for, let's say, Saquon? As Sony Michel, Jordan Howard, Le'Veon, Buck Allen, Royce Freeman, Deion Lewis.
Honestly, I don't know that you want to make an offer for him because he's at the most expensive point that he's been all season. He's been blowing up.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to way overpay for him. And if I'm the Barkley owner, I'm not even sure that I settle for anything less than
Bell.
Bell and something.
Bell plus.
Yeah.
I would want Bell and probably Cooper Kupp or Diggs.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, probably. But
way too much.
But
However,
that's what you'd be getting.
I have another league mate. He keeps offering me Joe Mixon, but he keeps only offering it for Le'Veon.
No, you've held him this long. Maybe if he would have done it at the beginning of the season, but no.
Yeah, I keep asking him for McCaffrey, but he doesn't want to do it. He wants to keep Melvin Gordon, McCaffrey, and try to get Le'Veon off of me, but I don't know. I try to get carry on from him, but he won't do that.
Try to get like another like piece that you can use. And I think I would do it if I can get Mixon in another option that I could use.
Okay. How about Jordan Howard for Alshon Jeffrey? Is that a good trade?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now.
Okay, so if I were to do Jordan Howard for Alshon, which running back am I starting? Am I starting Royce Freeman this week?
I think I would.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, who was your other one?
Arizona.
You would have Sony, Royce Freeman, and who else?
Buck Allen, Dion Lewis.
I probably.
Is it PPR?
Yeah, it's a half-point PPR.
Yeah, I think I'd probably do Buck Allen.
Yeah, I think I would do Royce this week against Arizona. I think both Philip Lindsay and Royce have good games this week. This is the one week that I'm going to recommend Royce Freeman.
Same here.
All right, I got 2 more questions, and I'm gonna go right quick. For my wide receiver 3 this week, I got between Willie Snead or Jermaine Kearse.
Ooh, I like both of these. I would go Kearse. I like both of them, but I would go Kearse.
Same. He's
yeah.
Here in volume.
I would go Kearse as well.
I'm gonna go Snead just because it seems like there's a different wide receiver for the Jets every week, and Snead's safely been getting you at least 10 points.
Okay. I like that. Yeah, I'm thinking that as well. All right, last question, and I'm gonna go. I got another league right now. I need a wide receiver right now. I need a drop. I could drop only Geronimo Allison. I need a wide receiver. The only wide receiver is on the waivers.
Don't drop Geronimo.
Only wide receiver I got. It's the only person I could drop. It's either I drop him or I drop Royce Freeman or Corey Clement.
Oh yeah.
Drop your kicker and try to shop a 2-for-1 within the next few days. And then if you can't figure it out by then drop one of those guys on Saturday. That way nobody else can pick one of them up, pick up a kicker, and then try to, see what the dust settles from who you don't like at the end of the week, and maybe you could pick up one of those guys that you dropped.
All right, sounds good, fellas. Sounds good.
All right, bud. Good luck.
Did you guys know that we just legalized weed up here in Canada today?
Did you really?
Oh man, good for you guys, man. That's congratulations. That's
Congratulations.
You guys have dirty jobs having Wyomingite by chance?
Looks like Sleeper Wire is going to be having a show in Canada very soon.
Well, at least that's where we found a place to build our studio at the very least.
All right, fellas, have a good one. Thanks.
Good luck, buddy.
All right, Ricardo, get some rest, dude. You sounded exhausted. All right, couple quick fun from the Mixler, real fast here. Excuse me. Mindless Monk has Albert Wilson. Looking for a flex this week. Half point PPR. So is Albert Wilson or Ito Smith in the flex? Half point.
Ito.
Albert Wilson, man. He's been getting too involved.
I'll take Ito.
I'll go Ito too. Who's?
Yeah, give me Albert.
I took Albert as well.
Albert Wilson.
I took Albert as well. Upside play. Mindless Monk says he's looking. Okay, so then we already did that. Minimal impact. If you guys have time. Oh, sorry. Would you drop the Texans D for the Chargers D, or is it whatever?
Swhatevs.
Yeah, that's a
Swhatevs.
Yeah, you're poison on that one.
Yep. Okay, back to the show. I might shut the phone lines down, I think, in about 5 minutes. So if you're trying to get a call in still, I'm going to give you 5 minutes, 25656 sleep. Call in now. Otherwise, I'm going to shut those down for the night because we got a few more questions we don't get to. Oh, and guys, would you refresh your Google Doc? I added like 2 more at the end there. They're short.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
So let's hit these real quick, guys. Gabe1911 says start Sanders over Goodwin or Godwin. PPR. Hate Thursday Night Football. Doesn't matter. Sanders.
Yeah, you're starting Sanders.
Yep.
Vikings or Colts D this week, guys?
Vikings. Oh, Colts. Yes, no, I'm sorry, Colts.
I 100% agree. Next, we have Jason B. 187. What should I do with Beckham for the rest of the year? Should I keep him or try to package him for someone like Thielen? I'm holding OBJ. I'm not trading OBJ.
Yeah, I'm not trading a 1-for-1.
I'm just
not for OBJ. I'm not. I mean, if you're talking Thielen, and I'll be definitely listening. But I think Beckham is. I think he's about ready to start going off.
I said it on Monday. I'll say it tonight. I'm trying to get rid of Beckham.
Okay. I still believe in the talent there. So, but George thinks you should try to package him.
I do like Thielen, but
that's who the one
I like
league
Thielen over OBJ rest of the season. I just don't like trading directly for him. I don't, just because I like him. It's at the end of the day, it's fantasy football. You know, unless you're going to get something else for him, because right now Thielen does have higher value. So you're going to probably be overpaying. I feel like you're going to be giving OBJ and something else. Trubisky.
Yeah, I'm going to go Trubisky.
I feel weird saying that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I'm like, it's got to be Trubisky. Wow. Trubisky.
Yeah, I know. He's averaging like 21 fantasy points, though.
Yeah. I mean, but that's because he had a 47-point game against Tampa.
Right.
And then, granted, he put up 31 against Miami.
He's using his legs, too. That's what you got to like about him.
I don't know. I would go Stafford here. I think New England shuts Trubisky down. But it sounds like the call here is Trubisky from us here at Sleeper Wire. It does.
Yeah.
Could you hear it in my voice?
I know. It sounds weird. I'll admit it's very weird to say.
John, check your waiver wire. If Winston's available, go eat that W.
Oh, yeah.
So Ligma Dixon wants to know Rivers or Winston this week.
Winston.
Lick Dix, you're gonna go with Winston.
Man, can I sit my boy Rivers? Yeah, I guess I am going Winston. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm with the guys. Winston.
Go with Rivers just so.
All right, I'm doing it. If it was my team, I'd be playing Rivers. So that's what I'm doing here. 3v1. Sleeper Wire wants you to go with Winston. I'm writing all these down so I can make fun of myself or you guys, depending on. But so the very last one we hear is Evs 215. Bench Howard over Kenyon and Lindsey. Already have Ingram starting standard scoring.
I would.
Yes, you're playing Lindsey this week. Like if there's ever going to be a week where Lindsey goes nuts, it's this week. This is proven. Yeah. It's guaranteed. Arizona cannot stop anybody on the ground. You're benching Howard.
Yep. Until further notice, you're benching Howard. I want to see it again. He's back into the prove it. And the clown agrees.
I love it. I got a final call for the show here. This will be the last call for the night. We got a couple more questions after this, but this is Sleeper app user in the bag from Oregon. Thanks for calling. Welcome to the show.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I just did this trade today. I wanted to get your guys' opinions on it. As a half-point league, I traded away Jarvis and Carry-On, and I got Diggs.
Oh, that's a tough one because I'm a huge Jarvis fan. I love Baker and I love Jarvis. But what do you guys think here? I also like Diggs a lot.
How many men in this league, or women, men and women?
What size league is it? What size league is it?
12 man. 12 man.
I think in the 12 man it's kind of tough.
If you're strong at other running backs. If you're strong and you didn't really need Carry-On,
right?
You probably did fine here. But if Carry-On was a guy, if he was like your third best running back, I think you gave up too much. So tell me he's like your fourth or fifth.
So my RBs are Melvin Gordon, Mixon, Jordan Howard.
You're
good. I
good.
just got Eckler and I just got Marlon Mack off the waiver wire.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine, bud.
Yeah, you're good. Good job.
Cool. Cool. And then one more in half point. Who do you like this week between Collins and Hyde?
Hyde.
I like Collins this week.
I think my hang on. Let me check my rankings real quick.
Well, who's just checking his rankings? I'll go with Hyde this week.
Cool.
But it's at
Collins.
Ooh, okay.
You got Collins?
Yeah, so we're split
So
here.
we're split here. Yeah, go check our go check the Sleeper Wire rankings. Go to the www.sleeperwire.com.
I'm looking
and,
right now.
We've got
actually.
a consensus there. Or maybe Steve will give it to you right here. We'll break the tie.
It's loading. I don't think we're updated for week 7. That'll probably happen tonight. So, yeah.
Hyde against Tampa is just too.
Yeah, that is nice.
Too cushy of a played. So I think.
That's tasty.
Yeah,
I got them close. They're not very far apart. I've got Hyde at 16, and I got Alex Collins at 14 this week. So I'm pretty high on them this week.
Okay.
I'm at
Coin
13,
toss.
And then I
17.
got Carry On sandwich actually between them.
There you go.
What a visual.
Right
What a
on, guys.
visual.
All right, thanks for taking the call.
All right, dude.
Yep. Good luck.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, good luck, man.
All right. So we finished up the sack questions. We've closed down the phone lines for now. There were a few at the top of the list. We had a couple of emails that I thought we could get to and a couple from the Facebook group. There's one really heavy question from Maurice Bass, but he just gave us a lot of details. So if we can knock on that. And then there's a couple short ones from the channel, which we might have pretty much covered already. These are really short. Do you guys mind another 10 minutes?
No,
let's knock them out.
All right. So where are we starting from here, Steve? Just want to start with the email.
Yeah, start at the top.
Half point PPR 12-man. He was offered Michelle Njoku for Gronk and Jordan Howard. Did we do this one? I feel like we did. I think we did one real similar to this.
We did.
I think they called Lynn.
Okay. So
sounds familiar.
Britt here says, I am starting Royce Freeman instead of Howard this week. My flex comes down to Howard, Godwin, and Sanu, Standard League. Also, would you rather trade... Okay, so let's just start here. Let's just say, let's say this is a question. Am I starting Royce Freeman instead of Howard this week? Ooh, that's kind of close.
I'm starting Howard. I know it's not pretty, but Freeman's not either. I don't think, even though he's got a nice matchup.
So what he's wanting to know is, would you start? Okay, so he's wanting to start Royce Freeman this week, and he's asking, would we start Howard, Godwin, or Sanu in his flex in a standard league?
Howard, Godwin, or Sanu. I think I'm gonna roll with Godwin.
I'm gonna go with Godwin.
I too am going with Godwin there.
I think I'm going Howard here. So let me just go ahead and write one more down, just for good measure.
That's awesome.
Godwin, Howard. Okay, so our consensus here was to go with Godwin. Ian says, trying to see what 2 running backs to start this week. This is standard scoring. He has Howard, Carry-On, Drake, and Chris Thompson. So it's for sure Carry-On from us, right?
Yep.
And then
see if he plays. But, I mean, I want to see him running full. None of this limited crap.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Carry-On and Howard.
I'm on Carry On and Drake as gross as that sounds. I just like Drake.
George, where are you going here, bud? Do you have faith in Drake?
Yeah, they're playing the Lions. The Lions aren't exactly, a stout run defense, so I don't mind Drake.
All right, let's go Johnson and Drake then. From the Facebook group, Lewis says, guys, I got a trade alert. Someone offered him Kamara for McCaffrey.
Yes.
So who would you guys rather have, Kamara or McCaffrey going forward?
I want Kamara.
I was hoping that Yes even interrupted you so this guy could hurry up and go hit accept before the go get Kamara.
We agree. Go get you some Kamara. Lewis F. said he's rostering 2 quarterbacks and 2 tight ends for depth on his team. I want to add a running back to his bench. I currently roster Cook, Hyde, DJ, and Connor. Connor and Cook have him worried. I was thinking about adding Clement or Mack. Half-point PPR. Who should I drop? My starting QB is Mahomes. Ooh. He has O.J. Howard, Winston, and Olsen.
I'm probably going to drop Howard.
Yep.
And I'm going to hold on to Winston and Olsen.
I think I drop Olsen here. As weird as that sounds. I mean, Olsen is going to get involved back on that team again, but I like the upside of O.J. Howard and Winston. I think those guys are going to be a nasty 1-2 combo right there.
I don't think I can do that, though, with Brait. We know Olsen's the guy. There's so many options there any given week for Winston to throw to. Olsen has to be a target.
I think I'm with Mike just because of Olsen's health. I don't think he's 100%. He's already said he's going to need surgery if anything flares up, or he just has a setback. You're not going to be able to use him. And the tight ends are really tough this year, like every year. But it's the quality's just not there. You're talking about guys, just the difference between those top guys, really the top like 4 or 5 guys. And then after that, there was a huge drop. And then after that, there's another huge drop. So I don't know. I think I leave Mike with Mike here.
So let me ask you guys a question. Who do you have ranked higher rest of season, Winston or Mahomes?
Mahomes.
Mahomes for me too. He's just the guy's just balling out.
Well, the correct answer is go trade Winston, because we said earlier we expect him to be a top 5 quarterback the rest of the season. Right. So if you could trade Winston, and maybe trade Winston and O.J. Howard or Winston and Olsen and upgrade your tight end position, and then that leaves you an empty spot.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't mind that a bit.
I like it.
All right. Next we have Jeff. He says, I was offered Travis Kelce and Cooper Kupp for his Kareem Hunt and Njoku. I don't think I'm doing this. I'm not getting rid of Hunt. It's a full PPR 12-man league. His running backs would be Michelle, Gordon, Adrian Peterson, and Dalvin Cook. I don't know. His running backs are pretty strong. I don't think I'm giving up Hunt, though.
Yeah,
that's tough. That's tough. I don't think I could. At the end of the day, I don't think I could get him a Hunt. Even though
I wouldn't do it. This guy's trying to get rid of Cooper Kupp so he doesn't have to eat the injury, is what this guy's doing. So,
well, I mean, Kupp's gonna come back.
Sure, but how many games is he missing? And
probably at least 2 games, I'm guessing.
So, I mean,
I like his other running backs enough that I think
I do like the trade, but I don't. Well, I don't want to say I like the trade. I think it's fine, but I don't really want to give up.
I would do this trade if it was Sony Michel and Njoku.
Yep. Or Dalvin Cook and Njoku.
Yep. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up Hunt.
Yeah, Hunt and Gordon are your studs. Don't give that up. Okay, so Bill says Geronimo Allison is on waivers. I need a wide receiver for next week. Week's set of buys. Should he drop Ito Smith or Aaron Jones?
Oh man, I don't want to drop either one of those guys. Either drop your kicker, try to make a trade 2 for 1, and something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to drop either one.
Yeah, same here. I can't get rid of those guys. They're just too good, too valuable. You can get trade value out of them. Don't drop them.
Try to trade, but if he has to drop one of them and everything else is more loaded on his team and he has to get another wide receiver,
it's Ito. Sorry. See you, Ito.
Yeah.
I don't think I can.
I wish we knew what size of. I wish we knew what size of the league.
Yeah,
that makes a difference.
We just don't know enough here.
Yep.
Try to shoot us over either one of us a message on Sleeper app or on Twitter, however you like to get your questions out. And
all right,
we're interested.
All right, let's roll through these next ones here, guys. Should I drop Dion Lewis for Trubisky? He has Big Ben on bye.
Yep.
Oh man, that's painful. Yeah, if you need to, I wonder who else you have that's your worst guy to drop. But.
No, that's his team. It's a really big question.
Oh, this is it. Okay, so he has 12-man half-point PPR. He's 4-2. He has Hopkins, Jones, Boyd. He only has 5 bench spots. His bench is Peterson, Lewis, Lindsey, Aaron Jones, Peyton Barber, and he has Coleman and Ingram.
I'm still dropping the kicker, and you got a few days, so try to work out a trade.
I think it would be. Would you guys drop Lewis or Peyton Barber?
Lewis.
I think I would drop Peyton Barber.
I'd rather have Peyton Barber.
I think this was an anomaly, this last game from him.
I think Winston is the reason why Peyton Barber looked good. If that makes any sense. And now he's back there again. So I don't know. I don't want to let go of Peyton Barber when Lewis has shown us nothing.
Well, Lewis has shown that he's been decent in spurts, but that offense has just been so bad. So drop Lewis. We're fine with that. I would do Barber, but Lewis is fine. You have to get a QB, and it looks like he can't even start running backs in his flex spot. So go ahead and drop Lewis. Aaron Dunn says, have Julio and Sanu in a 3 wide receiver league. Okay with starting both weeks with Landry, or trade Sanu. If so, who should I target with Sanu?
I'm fine with him starting both.
Yeah. That's they're throwing a lot, and you have Matt Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah, I like it. If you're looking to target somebody with Sanu, I mean, you're going to be, middle of the pack wide receiver. You're not going to find too many people that are going to be really chomping at the bit to grab themselves some Sanu.
Yep. Start 2 running back. PPR. Coleman, Clement, Chris Thompson.
Clement and Coleman for me this week.
Yep.
It all depends on if Chris Thompson is healthy. If Chris Thompson is healthy, it's going to be Clement and Chris Thompson. If not, you're going to go Coleman.
Yeah, I'm with Hoos on that one. They're all pretty close, though. From the channel here, we have Destroy Tom Brady. Jets or Broncos defense this week, guys?
Give me the Broncos.
I'm going to take the Jets.
Jets have been looking decent.
Jets.
I think the Jets are actually, and might surprise you, I think they're the number 1 scoring defense in the league right now.
Oh,
because the Bears had their bye. At least that's what I thought I seen earlier.
I'm going to Broncos. Arizona's, they got frozen.
Arizona's bad, dude. And yeah, that's Sam Darnold, or not Sam, Josh Rosen. He's gonna have a hefty dose of Von Miller.
He got so lucky to get that 1 win.
The Broncos have given up so much on the ground, though. They've had the last 3 running backs they've faced have gone over 200 yards.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough.
The Jets are the number 3 scoring defense.
Arizona
as of right now.
200 yards.
Yeah, but they had a huge.
Had over 100-yard game was like back in whatever.
I know, but I'm not saying he's going to go for 200, but I mean, Crowell has gone for 200 against that defense, for crying out loud.
David Johnson's not a good rusher, though. He's just not.
Yeah, but they can't stop anybody, is what I'm saying.
I think I'm leaning Jets here, too.
I got Jets 17th. I got the Broncos 6 this week.
Yep, I think they're going to feast.
All right, so we're split on that one. Birdman 1. Oh, what do we got
Daily
here?
double, yeah.
Got another daily double. Ricardo Banks still tuned in, still listening up there. He got in the mixer here. Buck, Smallwood, Hines, drop 1 or 2 to roster Albert Wilson. Rest of his running backs are Melvin Gordon, CMC, Mixon, full PPR. So are you guys dropping Buck Allen, Smallwood, or Hines to pick up Albert Wilson, or are you just not picking up Albert Wilson?
No, I'm holding tight.
Keep all three?
Keep what you got.
I want to keep my running backs just because they're running backs.
I'm okay with Hines. I'm alone on Garbage Island a lot, though.
All right.
Birdman 1 says, start Bills or Browns defense this week? Probably Bills, right, guys?
Bills.
Yeah, the Bills for me.
I'm going to go the Browns.
You going to start the
think
Browns against Tampa?
You're going to start the Bills at Indiana?
Yeah.
At the Colts?
Yeah. I don't really want to start either of these, but it would be they're the better defense.
Check your waiver wire. You've got to have a better option. See if Miami is on the waiver wire. If Miami's on the waiver wire, pick them up, play them.
Yeah, I do that.
Winston or Luck this week?
Luck. I think we answered this.
Yeah, it's Luck. It's both great options, but I'm not going to ever recommend sitting Luck.
Reed or Uzuma?
Uzuma for me.
Uzuma for me.
Ooze. You got the ooze. God bless Kamara. Should I sell Tevin Coleman and Cooper Kupp in a package to get running back like McCaffrey Hunt? I mean, if you can make that happen, yes.
Yeah. If you can do it, do it.
Sandman 25. Am I crazy for looking to sell Breeze now that I have Winston? No, you're not crazy at all.
No, I would. Yeah, Breeze is gonna net you more.
Anything else to add there, Mike or Hoos?
No, I agree. I think you're going to get a lot more value for Breeze. So, yeah, I like it.
And Rod, we trust. Should he trade Howard for White or Woods? 10-team standard. His wide receivers are Gordon, Adams, Galladay. Running backs are Zeke, McCoy, and Ingram. I would. Yeah.
I do it for Woods.
I would do it for Woods. You need wide receivers. So I would do that for Woods. And I think that finishes up everything that we have here, guys. There's one more from the channel. Crabtree, Lockett, or Demarius?
That's a who do you drop, isn't it? Yeah, drop one.
Drop one. Crabtree, Lockett, or Demarius? Ugh. And a half-point PPR?
Lockett.
It's got to be Lockett for me.
It's got to be Lockett.
Okay.
I don't want to drop Lockett.
It'd probably be. Oh.
You know, are we saying don't drop DT based solely upon the name recognition?
Yeah, we are.
because I think that the correct answer on this is actually to drop DT.
I couldn't bring myself to say it.
But yes, it's DT. We know we've seen him before be very productive. But if you're looking at it this year, he hasn't really been that productive this year. The correct answer is actually to drop DT.
I can't drop DT. The last 2 games in a PPR, he has 21 and 15 points.
Yeah.
Against the Jets and the Rams.
Trade him, don't drop him.
Yeah, I mean, if you can trade him, you trade him. I don't want to drop either of these guys, but you're dropping DT over Tyler Lockett because Tyler Lockett has 5 touchdowns, DT has 3, and they're going to continue throwing the ball. And
honestly, I'm dropping
Russell Wilson's going to
Crabtree.
continue looking at him.
I'm dropping Crabtree here.
Yeah,
Crabtree. He's right in the mix with Snead and Brown. Honestly, I went and looked, and all 3 of them are basically right there together. Crabtree's gotten a few more targets.
Yeah, Crabtree's the low man.
But they're all there. John Brown has 420 yards. Crabtree has 340. Willie Snead has 313. I think you got to go Crabtree if you're going to. All right, Steve.
Feeling satisfied? You feeling satisfied, guys? Feel exhausted yet?
I'm feeling pretty empty right now.
I feel drained.
Ready to light one up.
I feel like my sack is empty.
Good, because two hours and a quarter of an hour later, the mail sack's over. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Sleeper Wire Mail Sack. We do it every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Take your questions. Go to sleeperwire.com for more. Our podcast, our rankings. You can send us questions on the website. Just look for the free advice button. Go on Facebook groups and find us, the Sleeper Wire Fantasy Football Club. On Twitter, at Sleeper Wire Show. On the Sleeper app, look for the Sleeper Wire channel. On the Fantasy Life app, look for that Sleeper Wire chat. And that's the best way to find all of us. You can reach us there. We'll answer your questions all the time. And thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if we helped you out, go to GoFundMe.com/RobJR. Make a small donation. Help us out with our cause. We'll catch you next week. Good luck.